Believe in yourself? Let's talk about that. They stopped him on the street. Sharp fit, designer shades, lined beard. He looked the part, so they handed him the mic. If someone out there is struggling with self-confidence, what would you say to them? He didn't hesitate. You got to get over it, man. You got to put your boots on. Get out there. You got to believe. Pause. Nods all around. They ask, what shaped that belief? Well, he says, I'm from the south side of Chicago. Gangsters are born, not made. You learn real early. You get challenged every day. So whatever you do, you got to show and prove every day. He smiles. That prepared me for anything. I go all over the world. I win everywhere I go. Applause. Admiration. He's not done. I'm a creative. Music. Article fashion. Dressing well is a man's best defense. Looking good takes care of most of your problems right out the door. Then the final question. If you had one piece of advice to improve someone's life, what would it be? He leans in. You got to meditate. You got to believe. You got to have faith. One of my mantras is, it's all gonna work out. And if you believe it, really believe it, it's 3/4 of the battle. He steps back. The crowd claps. The moment lands. But let's take a deeper look. Let's look at this. Through the eyes of truth. You say believe in yourself, but which self? The one that changes with your outfit, the one that needs applause to feel real, the one that wins everywhere but panics in silence. If dressing well is your defense, who's the enemy you're dressing for? You're not walking down the street, you're walking a tightrope called identity, and every day you wonder if it'll snap. The tree doesn't rehearse its identity, it doesn't need a mantra, it doesn't need likes, it just grows. But the self you speak of, it needs mirrors, it needs momentum, it needs the right cut, the right glasses, the right caption. Because the ego's version of confidence is fragile. A glass sculpture dressed like a soldier. Confidence is fragile when it's built on costumes. Who are you when the lights go out? Who are you without the applause? You say meditate, then say believe in yourself, but which one is it? Silence or performance? One dissolves identity, the other feeds it, and this part, it's all going to work out. That hits different depending on who's speaking. The ego says it like a magic trick. The spirit says it like a knowing. You say you're a creative. But creativity without surrender becomes costume. Art without awareness is just decoration. You say you're from the south side, where you had to prove yourself every day. But what if that proving never ended? What if it's still happening, just with better clothes? What if the whole game of believe in yourself was never about truth, but about managing a mask? And the deeper truth, the true self, doesn't need belief. It doesn't need to rehearse. It doesn't need to win, it simply is. No swagger, no strategy, no script, just stillness. So yes, thank you for what you said. But let's not confuse a strong image with a real identity. Let's not call ego confidence faith. Because the soul doesn't need defending, and the self doesn't need applause. And when you really know that, you don't win everywhere you go. You just stop needing to.